Oh.
Fruit fly.
Ugh.
Or a gnat
Hi.
or something.
Hi, nobody. Hello, nobody. I need a new tripod. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, Sherry. Hey, Mary. Hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. I missed the first one of you, but hi.
There we
go. How's everybody today? Hey, Becca. Hey. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, everybody. Hi, Mike. Mikey Spikey. You know I named my computer Spike? My big computer, not the little one. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm weird. I got real sleep. Like I slept all day and all night yesterday. Misha. But I don't think Trav is here. Trav's having a shitty day. Thank you. I got him at Zenny Optical. They were fucking cheap. Like, I have weird prescriptions. And even so, the whole thing, lenses and everything, like $50. So cheap. So what we're doing tonight is tipped readings with a minimum of $10. If you want a reading, go and tip my Cash App or my PayPal. Both of those links are on my link tree on the bio. Not the bayou, on my bio. And what? 50? It's a $10 minimum, you doofus. I mean, you can pay me 50. You can pay me 200. I'll take what you give. Hey, Allie, I love you. 200. You'd pay me. I miss you too. Hey, Olivia Rose. Oh no, not anymore. I do tipped readings now. Thanks, Alex, love. But it's only $10. Oh, for crying out loud. I get it. Sorry, Spike. Yeah, we've changed formats, Olivia Rose. Because, this is my only job, reading cards. It's my living. And lives were taking up so much time that I wasn't able to work as much. I mean, like, a lot less. But still, I charge $150 a reading. So $10 for a reading online is a pretty good price. Although if you don't have it, you don't have it, Absolutely not, Rebecca. No, I do not. I accept payments via Cash App and PayPal. The links for both are in my bio, in the link tree on my bio. Yeah, because TikTok gifts, they're
There's a
I get
lot
about
off
70% of, I mean, they take about 70% of what you give, and you pay quite a bit more for what you give than, you know what I mean? I mean, they have to make their money, and I support that. I think it's a great thing, but yeah, yeah. When you give TikTok gifts, you're just
giving TikTok gifts.
giving TikTok gifts. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, they got to make their money too. That's a good thing. But
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check on the dryer. What do you need, honey? There's nothing happening. I just checked them.
Okay.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay. I believe he thinks he knows what he's doing. I do not actually believe he knows what he's doing, though. Maybe he does. He's very, very old. Very old. And this is my computer. He has trouble with my computers. I don't know why. Okay. So, with nobody on the list, paying TikTok. With nobody on the list, what do you guys want to talk about? Want to chat about something? Anything you want to know about tarot, about spiritual awakening, about music theory? I can't help you with that one, but what do you want to talk about? Spike is waiting for his grilled brats, dude.
Well, tell him to get his ass over here.
I believe he heard you.
What up, Spike?
I don't care for brats. I never have. They're hometown food, but
Too meat-like. Here we go.
you know what? It's the skin. I don't like the skins.
Marianne West, first up.
The way I read and the way I feel the energy of the cards. Okay. I don't feel the energy of the cards. I don't have a lot to do with them. The cards are a focus, like a candle, like a meditation focus, a candle or a rock. They're just something for me to look at, essentially. There's something for me to be distracted by. There's something to make me say certain words, but the readings come from my guides and from your guides. What happens is your guides decide what it is you need to hear. They give that information to my guide, to Gabriel, who translates it into a language that makes sense to me, that I can say, puts a package in my head, and I shuffle the cards until the package is ready. Boom. Insert. And then I lay the cards down, and they give me the first word to say, and then the information just flows out of me. I don't have much to do with it. I just channel it out. Okay, I'm Becca. What did you say? PayPal.
Okay, I'm in there right now. I have Marianne West.
Marianne West. Mm-hmm. And there should be another one. Did you refresh it?
Amy Durbin. Yep, that just came in.
Amy. How do I know guides communicate? Well, I've been doing this for a very long time. I've been communicating with my guides, since my early 20s. Okay. And I'm almost 60. Okay, Marie. Here we go. So what? Going on 40 years. I'm just fucking psychic. I just know. You know it after a while. And Gabriel's kind of a big deal, When he's talking to you, you fucking know it, He makes things come out of my mouth that I don't expect, that were never in my head. I'm thankful. And I'm shuffling for Marie West. What is the universe trying to teach you? What are you supposed to be focusing on? Okay. For Marie, 5. Thank you. That's my guide, Joseph, giving me a number. So I'm to shuffle 5 times. That was 5. This is 4. I've got a Beatles song playing in my head. 3. 2 for Marie. And 1. What is the universe trying to tell you? And something about your path. Oh, it's Mary. Okay, thanks, Mary. You know what? I thought it was Mary at first, and then for some reason it changed in my head. I don't know why. Perhaps because I'm just a terrible person. Oh, goodness. I kind of feel like a terrible person today, and I know I'm not, but I had to tell Azure to pack up the rest of his stuff and get it out of my house. And I felt like that was just uncalled for. He didn't feel that way, or he didn't act that way. And there was no confrontation. It was pleasant. Still. Okay, the universe is trying to teach you, don't give everything. Make sure that somebody else is giving too. When you, in relationships, and this is not just romantic relationships, but all of them, you give everything. Giving everything is good. But if others aren't doing the same, they're not reciprocating, your efforts are doomed to fail. Is it going to be like this all night? Am I going to just read the cards and everything is reminding me of why I'm doing this, why I'm breaking up with him? Which is funny because we broke up a long time ago. I always do the breaking up. But I didn't let go. Okay, the universe is trying to tell you that everybody needs to be giving equal amounts. Everybody needs to be giving 100%. It's just not going to work otherwise. This is how we have nice things. We have nice things when everybody cares and everybody is aiming for the same goal. Kimbits, if you want a reading, this is, I'm reading for tips. You have to donate at least $10, $10 minimum, in my PayPal or my Cash App. The link is in the bio, on my link tree. And as soon as Chef Carl here sees your name in PayPal or Cash App, he puts you on the list, and you get read. Did Mary put her question in with her
let me check. Hang on.
Okay. They don't always. I don't ask for it. I'm having a little bit of difficulty with this because I think you think you're not doing it right, but you're doing it exactly right. I think you think, Mary, that You're fucking this up too. You're failing. You are failing. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
And no, thank you, sweetheart. What are you supposed to be focusing on? You are focusing on it, okay? You're doing it, babe. You're, the universe is trying to teach you that no amount of pain, no amount of heartbreak, no amount of fear, no amount of self-doubt is a hindrance unless you believe it is. You can do this, babe. You're doing good. The whole point of the path is to help you heal and help you learn, but you're supposed to learn what you happen upon, not what you search for. You have to trust that you're already on your path and you're doing the right stuff. You are. I can tell you are. Also, you need to learn to trust that you get to have whatever you want. You can manifest anything. All you got to do is ask. It's not hard. It's not difficult. Don't follow the law of attraction because that's bullshit. Hey, Ronisha. There is no rule for the law of attraction. The law of attraction, as far as, it's written and as far as the practice is concerned, is set up for you to fail. And that's because it's set up by people who aren't awakened. Okay? You don't have to be awakened to manifest. Anybody can do it. It's just a lot easier than you expect. Everything that's in your life right now, you've already manifested to you. We create our own experiences, our own lives. For the most part, it's a cooperative thing, but we do it. Everything that's in your life right now, everything you have, you asked for. You called for it in one way or another, mostly because you fear there's too much. You fear there's too much. I mean, you fear asking for too much. Okay, ask questions of the mods. When you ask me stuff, it stops my flow and I just get all lost and flustered because I channel these readings. I don't, I can't think and do it at the same time. It's a handicap. So all you have to do, Mary, is sit comfortably, quietly. Imagine yourself surrounded by teeny tiny little dots, little photons, little muons, little quarks, okay? And these are the building blocks of the universe. The smallest, basest, tiniest quantum particles. They make up everything. Everything in the universe, the whole universe. They are the pieces of God, of the universe, of all that is. Pieces of me, pieces of you. These little teeny quantum level particles have a kind of consciousness. It's simple, but it's there. It's love. That's it, love. There's no judgment. Nobody's going to deem what you request too much or outlandish. It's yours. You can have whatever you want. These particles want to come together and make that. It's what they do. They came together to make your body and your chair and your car and everything. Everything. Ask them for what you want. I would like to have this, please. Do not pretend you already have it. Don't pretend to know what it would feel like to have. They don't care. Except if you're too good at pretending you have something, they'll believe you have it and you won't get it. Okay? Because why would you need it? They must think you're talking about having it, not talking about getting it. Because they're not that smart. They're just little particles, and their consciousness is small. It's love. It's small. It's not necessarily deductive or it's just not that smart. This is the heart of the matter. The heart of the matter is these particles are made up of the energy of all that is, of love, of God. These particles make up everything in the universe, every single thing. There's not a thing in this universe that is not made up of these basest particles. When you add up all these particles, it's all that is. All that is the consciousness of the universe, consciousness of God. Whether you like that word or not, it's the one I know. You are made up of the exact same thing as God. You are made up of the exact same thing as my cute, fancy little speaker. And as my table, as your table, as me. We are made up of the exact same things. Everybody and everything in the whole universe. Stars, dust, the whole thing. The same particles. This changes the game a little bit. Because when you realize you are nothing more than particles, okay, nothing more than particles of God, okay, everything is. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fight. There's nothing to achieve. You get to do what you want. Your entire life, your entire plan, your path. These things were all designed by you, for you, by you. God is not telling you what to do. The universe does not have a plan for you. The universe does not want you to learn anything. You do. Your spirit is the one with the needs, with the drive, with the desire to learn and grow and experience. The universe is happy for you to do that, but it doesn't really care. There's nobody wanting you to do more. Nobody. Except other humans who are made up of the exact same particles as you, as God, as the universe. This is the heart of the matter. This is ultimately the lesson. This is ultimately awakening. Awakening is the understanding of this. This cuts through all the bullshit. This cuts through all the red tape. This cuts through all the rules. You can do what you want. You truly can. No matter what our society has told you, you can do whatever you want. I would suggest you don't kill people or steal shit, but do what you want. I was a witch for a long, long time. A long, long time. And so I've got that threefold rule, the law of the universe, stuck in my consciousness, even though I know it's not real. But I still follow it because it's real for me. It makes sense for me. So if you have a moral code that you like to follow, follow it. God does not care. God will love you anyway, because that's all God does. There's no judgment. There's no rules. There are no benchmarks that you have to hit or follow. You're on your path because it's yours. You made it. You're doing the right thing. You're doing what the universe wants, which is whatever you want. These things are so simple, but I get it. They're hard to get a hold of. They're hard to wrap your mind around sometimes. This is what I have. I hope this is helpful because it's I hope this is helpful for you, Mary, because this is what we got. Oh, gee, I thought somebody was here, but it's like nobody, no one, nope, no one. Oops. Good. Who's next on the list?
Amy Durbin.
Amy Becca. Amy, what you want to do? You asked a really direct question and really direct answer. I kind of hoped it would be a little more personal for you, but you're welcome. I hope it helps. Hi, Amy. Okay, that was 6. This is 5 for Amy. Oh, shoot. I don't know how to shuffle. What's wrong with me? Oh, my God. Oh, you think this is funny, mister?
No, I think you're funny.
He thinks I'm funny. Jeez, I'm so thirsty. I don't know. I assume so. I assume I was born a psychic. I don't know.
There we go.
I didn't know for real that I was psychic until I started doing it. And that was in my 20s, my very early 20s. Thank you for the TikTok gift. You may want to save your money because about 70% of that goes to the company, which is fine. They need to make their money too. Well, thank you, sweetheart. 2. And 1 more for Amy. I'm slightly uncomfortable because I'm not alone in here. But, I've lived with Carl for a long time, so it's not like I should be uncomfortable. But I work alone. I work alone. With nobody else.
That's right.
That's the same card. You saw me shuffle. That's not the same card. Okay, Amy, are you, what I'm seeing here is a relationship issue where you're giving and you're not receiving and receiving. And you need to put the hammer down, lay down the law, and demand equity, demand equalness. If they're not helping, if they're not contributing, are they worth your time? Because they're killing this relationship. Let's wrap that up in a little box. And mark that as general information for relationships if you don't happen to be in one right now. That's the heart of the matter. If it was an awakening, it would have been a fucking awakening, sweetheart. Trauma doesn't always trigger awakening. Awakening comes when awakening comes. Your spirit decides. A lot of people blame it on trauma, and I don't know why. Maybe because the tower is a mark of impending or just happened awakening. Okay, that makes sense. I've got the Seven of Pentacles here. It means failure. It means feeling like you have screwed up something again. It means feeling like you're never going to get it and you're never going to be good enough and you're never going to stop fucking up. These things are not true. A lot of the time, when things fall apart, people feel guilty about it. They take the blame for it when it's not always them. What the hell? $23, not 13. 23.
Oh, sorry.
I've been an insomniac since I was 13.
Since you were 13. Okay, well, a really fucking long time.
Yeah, he means to say 23. I've wanted to be a great psychic since I was 23. The 13, that's when I started having insomnia. I've been an insomniac since 13. The two are not connected, but they are both me. I guess that's a connection. The Seven of Pentacles is the belief that you're a failure, you're a fraud, you're going to fuck everything up. This is shadow work you need to fix. There's nothing wrong with you, babe. But you've been told some really terrible things, and you believed them because, you've been told them often. But that's like common. A lot of people have this. A lot of people are told they're garbage by people who are...
Garbage?
No, idiots. Assholes. We'll call them assholes. You panicked and bolted away from spirituality, from awakening. You're here now. Yeah, you're here now. That's enough. Bolting away from your spiritual awakening is also common because it's fucking scary. We're brought up and we're taught from the man, oh, good for you. Good for you. You panicked and bolted because you got spooked. He wasn't right for you anyway. He's not right for anybody. That dude's not good. You understand? You didn't bolt. You dodged a bullet was what you did. Good for you. Now, let's figure out who we are without hating ourselves. How about that? Without feeling guilty. How about that one? Without thinking that you fuck up everything. Because you don't. You simply do not. Your biggest problem, I think, is that you're smarter than almost everybody. At least almost everybody that you know. And they don't like it. And they don't actually see it. You know what I mean? They can't really see intelligence higher than theirs. And you think really, really well. You're a very clear thinker, except when it comes to your self-opinion, your self-image. Let's fix this. This is the stuff. This is the shadow work for you. Fix your self-image. See yourself in a better light. Okay? Because I don't know. I have no idea what's going on the list. I have no idea how many people have signed up. I have no idea what's going on.
Manisha's next, and that's so far, that's all I have right now.
It is not too late to tip for a reading. It's not too late right now. It's a $10 minimum.
Got like, only have 3 slots right now, and 1 you've already done. So 1 of 3 have been read. That's where we're at. Does that help?
Shut up. Yes, it does. Thank you. We used to be married, and we broke up like 25 years ago or more, 25 maybe. But we've lived together almost the whole time ever since, and we sort of know each other.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Yeah, let's get to know yourself without this shitty self-talk. Because why, if other people are going to talk shit about you, don't help them. Don't buy into it. They're going to talk shit. Let them do it. You don't need to. Because they're not doing it because it's true. They're doing it because it makes them feel better. People are always blaming somebody else for their own shit. And we're doing this right now because you have not sidestepped your awakening. It's happening now. You're getting ready to go through that final stage. What? Oh, I'm seeing all this activity there, and I think it's something I need to pay attention to. All this is happening for a reason. All this make sure that the other person in a relationship is giving, is contributing. I'll get to the shadow work in just a minute. Make sure that the other person is contributing. Stop believing the negative hype. What would you call negative hype about yourself?
Shit talk.
Shit talk. Don't believe the shit talk about yourself. The shadow work is when you find yourself talking bad about yourself or feeling defensive or guilty or any one of those negative things. Grab a hold of that feeling. I know our first instinct is to, I'm doing that. Let me walk away from it. Grab a hold of it and look at it. And see if you can follow it back to the first time you felt that. Sometimes the trail leads you back all the way to your playpen, because a lot of these negative self-image beliefs, a lot of these things, whatever, they started with, an older person in your life. Your mother, your sister, your aunt, your father, your brother, your uncle, grandma, grandpa, somebody had a negative attitude and spread it around. Maybe you were taught that as a good Christian, you should be humble, take yourself down a peg, that you should sacrifice and suffer because that's how Jesus would do it. You know what? When you can fix it your own fucking self, then you can chime in. Meanwhile, listen up and do the goddamn work.
Nice.
Ego. What are you saying about the ego, sweetheart? You're right, though. The ego is a drag. The ego carries around all these human things. You can't kill the ego. You can't do it. People talk about ego death. There's no such thing because the ego is permanently attached to this body. Permanently. It's a body part. The ego is a body part, like a hand or an ear. The ego thinks it's in charge of this ride. It's not. Your spirit is. Your higher self. When we say you are not your mind, we mean you are not the ego. The ego brings in negative self-talk. The ego brings in fear. The ego brings in, you don't do that. Don't change. Don't grow. It's dangerous. It's not right. However, that has nothing to do with shadow work, what we're talking about. This shadow work that we're talking about, it's a Jungian concept. Carl Jung had this is his concept. That the shadow is really the subconscious, the hidden mind, the self-conscious. It's connected to inner child stuff. It's basically the parts of you that are hidden. People are stupid, though, and they believe that shadow means bad. Shadow, ooh, the shadow. And so they don't face it. They don't fix it. They don't heal. It's basically finding out what's in your subconscious, what you're hiding from yourself because it's painful. Finding it and loving the being, the part of you that felt that. That helps. You know what? I bet you could Google it, how to do shadow work. But in the meantime, pay attention to these dichotomy or these terms of duality, dark and light, good and evil, shadow and what? Self? Shadow and the opposite of shadow. Oh, Erica, stomp that down. Don't let your ego talk to you that way. You are the boss of your ego, even if your ego doesn't know it. But the ego does interfere. Because we want to stick with what we know, even if what we know is bullshit. It's easier. Amy, for you, passing through this portal to awakening is not contingent upon shadow work. It never has been, not for anybody. We believe it is, but it's not. I didn't do mine till after, because I had no idea there was such a thing. I awakened about 9 years ago, 8 or 9 years ago. I don't know, it was a long time ago. For you, this is leading you to a new identity, a new talent. Because of your psychic senses and your empathic senses, you are a master at assessment. Pay attention. Assessment, not judgment, okay? There's a big difference. Judgment is we assess to criticize somebody else. Assessment is we assess to understand. In your case, you assess to understand, to know who you should and should not get involved with, because you got definite bad taste in persons, in relationships. You tend to pick people who are heavy-handed, domineering, critical, and closed-minded. Thank you, 32 Mac Attack. Oh, Amy. I think your path will lead you naturally to shadow work. I think you're going to find it quite once you get the knack of it. I think you're going to find it easy and fun in a way. Not fun, relatively enjoyable, which is weird. It's weird to say that because it's not fun and it's not. I don't know. It's not cool, man. But it is, though, because I think you're going to find that healing these little pieces of you, one bit at a time, is so satisfying that you just want to do it all the time. The last card is the Chariot. This is an awakening card, an awakened card. The last card I lay down for you after talking about assessment talks about you being an awakened person. Not knowing where you're headed, not knowing what your purpose is, what path you're supposed to be on, just accepting that you're on the right track. And if you ever need to know what your purpose is, you'll get that information. But it's not necessary right now because you're living right. That's what it was. I was just surprised to see the Chariot, which says that for the time being, I can't tell you anything about your purpose or your path. Is it possible that the awakening process pauses before continuing? Anything's possible. But do you mean, is it going to pause again for you? I don't think so. I don't. I think you've done enough waiting. I think with everything I've said here tonight, I think that your level of information is leading you to a certain kind of enlightenment. And there doesn't seem to be anything stopping you from awakening now. When I say now, I mean now. Like, it's not a matter of weeks. I don't think it's a matter of days. I think it's a matter of hours. Water. Yay, water. Here's what you need to stay away from, babe. The Emperor. What I mean by that is you need to stay away from domineering men who look like they have it all under control, because they tend to be controlling. They tend to be trying to rebuild the world in the fashion of the past. They tend to be I don't even know how to say this. Just, you don't want somebody to, you don't need a daddy, is what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, babe, I hope that helped. It's all I got. I don't understand.
That's what she wrote. I don't understand either.
That's the question.
She's next.
Ranisha's next?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ranisha, you are next, babe. You're welcome. You're welcome, Amy. Okay, Ranisha, this is, okay. Let's see if I can answer these questions. Can I have a first name or an initial for the friend? Same person? Is it the same person? If you have a question, you can just ask me. Friend is H. Great. Okay. Inspired Scatterbrain, if you have a question, you can write it with your donation. You can, where there's a note. But other than that, you can just ask me when I call you. Okay. It's not a big deal. Okay. We'll look at the H part of this question first. For Ranisha. Yeah. I'm looking at that right now. I think so. But not in the way you think. I think she is betraying you, but not in the way you think. And I'll tell you this. I don't think she sees it as betrayal. I think she thinks she's doing you a favor. I think the two of you are on different pages here. I think this is something that could possibly be worked out. But she doesn't see it as betrayal. She really doesn't. She is not talking shit against you, if that's what you mean. And she's not aiming for what you're aiming for. But she's kind of clueless, and she is causing trouble. But she doesn't mean to. Okay, now about the J person. Let's see. Whew. Okay, you can have it now. You can have the computer. There's something I got to deal with there?
No.
Okay.
You just froze on mine.
Oh. There's a good possibility that yes. It seems to me like one good conversation could turn things around there. You know what? I think your crush kind of likes you. I don't think that this is very much of a stretch. I think that this person, I'm not sure that they're worth your time, but you should see what I just spent my last 2 years on. So, don't take my advice. I don't know. I get a good feeling from this. The first card I get is alchemy, coming together, two becoming one, making something new. That's good. The second card with it is passion. I see that if he does give you a chance, and I think he will, I see that the chemistry between the two of you is bomb. Like, wow. I'm just not sure it goes anywhere other than chemistry. I think you're going to find him kind of dull. I mean, not at first, because that chemistry. I think that at first it's intoxicating. And then after a while you get tired of being intoxicated because there's nothing else, is what it looks like. I just don't think he's very smart. I mean, he's not an idiot, but he's a lot more limited than he appears in his tastes, and what he wants to, what he thinks about, what he's interested in. Yeah, okay. Let me see if there's anything else I've got for you. Who's next?
Jessica.
And then Jessica will be next. we got for Ranisha? The reason you've got a crush on this person is because they fit your pattern. The pattern of all the old relationships that have damaged you, have given you wounds and scars and stuff. This is why I don't think you're going to enjoy their company for very long. I think with communication, there's a possibility that this actually could turn into a relationship. With communication, you guys could alleviate the boredom. With communication, you could also realize, oh my God, this guy's a drag. You know, communication is what's going to make things better or end. Okay? Make sure you don't let him cross your boundaries. And make sure that you set up good boundaries. You know, what are the rules? What can you say to me? How can you act with me? What do I expect from you? What do you want from me? You know, am I cool with this? Clarity. Fuck yeah. Clarity, boundaries, and every time he triggers you, because he's gonna a lot. He won't mean to. He actually is a pretty decent dude. Every time he triggers you, use that trigger to find healing for the wounds caused by these past relationships. Remember, he triggered you, but that's not because he's like them. Okay? And he is really going to try not to cause you harm. He really is a decent dude. And you can see that, you can feel that, you know that, because your empathic sense is leading to your psychic senses. And so you basically are a really good background report machine. You're good at reading who and what a person really is. Trust your instincts here. Trust your senses, because they're getting more powerful. They're getting more stronger. They're getting more stronger. I mean, they're getting more stronger.
You words good.
I can wording. Remember, if it's not balanced, it's not worth the time, okay? Keep it balanced. Make sure that he's contributing as much as you are. I got nothing else, honey. Okay?
All right.
Jessica.
Inspired scatterbrain.
Inspired scatterbrain, is that Jessica?
Mm-hmm.
Inspired scatterbrain. I'm glad I finally got to read you, Ranisha. You've been trying so hard for days. Plain and simple, what are you supposed to be doing? Okay. Well, let's rephrase that. What's in your best interest to do? Because you ain't supposed to be doing nothing. There's no plan for you. It's you. You're the boss. Nobody else is running your lesson plan, kitten. Let's see what would be in your best interest to do at this point. Where should you move? Where should you go? What should you do? What's best? What is in your best interest? Shit, hang on. Got a cramp in my foot. 2. And one more. So, okay.
Just checking on people, checking in.
Okay. What you need to do is start accepting what you consider your flaws. Accept your flaws. And then accept that they're not flaws. I feel like I hear, Lynn, I feel like I hear, but it's not actually in sound. It's just there. Think of what your flaws are. What are they? I bet you they're not really flaws. I bet you they're just differences and unique parts, uniqueness. I'm thinking it's just... Okay, let's look at it this way. Oh, babe, this physical shit ain't real. I don't look a day over 38 years. Sweet. You know what? Let's get married. I don't even know what to say. I want to... I'm trying to pick out things about me and call them flaws so that you can say, wait a minute, those aren't flaws. That's what makes you cool. I ain't got no fucking hair. I'm covered in tattoos. I'll never be able to get a real straight job. Never. Because I'm too fucking psychic. Also, I'm disabled. I can barely walk. ADHD. So I can't pay attention. You know, all these things that people say, don't be this. They do. They're going to judge you for that. But society's changing. We're changing it by not having straight jobs, by not accepting their criticism, because we're going to survive. Look at me. I'm fucking 60, almost. I'll be 60 in a few months, a couple of months. I'm 60 years old. I'm 250 pounds. I'm only 5'2", and I can barely walk. I'm the shit. So are you. These things that society calls flaws, they're flaws because they're differences. We don't have any. We don't have any flaws. We have facets. They're what make us unique. Society wants us to all be the same. They want us to be cookie cutter people because they want cogs in their machine. We're not supposed to be all the same. We're not supposed to be what they consider to be perfect because that's all the same flavor. Who the fuck wants that? Shut up. Nobody cares what you want, old man. I feel like I should be throwing chocolate at you. Should I be? Okay.
You could totally do that.
Here. Bowl full of chocolate. For the old man.
Thank you.
Watch yourself. I'm going to start giving you Werthers. It's butterscotch for you now.
Reasons.
Figure out what makes you different. Oh, shit. Well, if your living situation is judging you, then yeah, it is holding you back from being you. But you know what? It doesn't have to. Are they demanding you be a particular thing in order to get their approval? Because fuck that. Fuck that. You asked what you should be doing. You should be learning to accept the things that other people don't accept about you. Because it's not a flaw. And their desire for you to change, to be more like them, is a flaw. Here's what you get for that one. Cut them loose. Cut them loose. You want to cut the cords? Shall we cut cords? Anybody want to cut cords?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, give me my goddamn computer, bitch. Because there's a script on there, and I can't do it without the script because I can never remember what to say.
It's in Messenger, right?
Oh, why are you not removing these names?
Because I'm lazy. Because I want, yeah.
Okay. What?
You cutting cords. Never mind.
I'm cutting the cords, man. There's cords need cutting, and I'm doing it. What I need to be cutting cords from is my inability to figure out how to send a group message.
You'll work on that later.
I will. I'll figure it out. Okay. I have to create a group. I've been promising to send a group message to everybody to let them know when I'm going on. It just now occurred to me I have to create a group to send a group message. I'm such a dope. Okay, let's cut cords right now. Are you ready? I, with my spirit and my guides, now cut all ties and cords that bind me to any persons, places, things, thoughts, systems, and rules, and any other thing, anything at all, that no longer serves my highest good. With love, thanks for all the lessons, goodbye. That's it. Simple as that. It's as simple as that. And the cords are cut, and you're free. Oh, honey, I know, but all you have to do is just accept that the universe will give you whatever you want. Ask for money. Ask for lots of money. It's easy. And do something. You know, what is it you want to do for cash? What is it you want to do for money? Better be something you love. There's somebody singing outside my window. I want garlic bread.
It can be arranged.
Cool. The reason you're so scared, they don't want it. It's none of their business where you spend your energy. It's your energy. They hurt you with this. They stab you with these little daggers of expectation. They make you feel like a failure for being what they never could. I'm so sorry. What they're giving you is not love. There's no love here. This is not love. Love does not say, do what I say, be what I say, or I won't love you anymore. They never tried because they have no idea there's a better way to be. They can't see you. Go somewhere else. You want your business to work? Manifest it. Ask for that. Yo, universe. Yo, little manifesting particles. I need this to work. Have at. You need to see yourself in a new way. You need to see how awesome and wonderful you are. And you're surrounding yourself with people who keep telling you every day that you're not good enough. You're not doing it right. You're not being productive in the way they need you to be. Fuck that, honey. No. No. No more. Here's the thing, relationships, any kind, romantic, family, friendships, intense, casual, whatever. They're about learning and growing and communication. It seems to me in this situation, that's not what's going on. There's not learning and growing and communication. There is for you. You learn, you grow, you try to communicate. But it's not what you're receiving from them. And I think you need to get away and find people you can talk to. Find people that you're grooving with. Because these ain't them. Okay? And remember, other people's sex lives doesn't obligate you to shit. What I mean by that is that blood means nothing. Blood means nothing. You are not obligated to have a relationship with somebody just because you have similar blood running in your veins. Remember, every one of us, all of us, every part of us, all of us, we're all made up of the same tiny little quantum particles. The same. That means that you and I have as much in common as you and your mother. Okay? Because it's the quantum particles that we all are made up of. It trumps genes. It trumps blood.
Woof.
Wake the fuck up, bitch.
I know, it's a sobering thought.
Yeah. It's not a sobering thought. It's a liberating thought. It's a liberating thought and it's truth. Accept this. Good for you, Katie Bear. Or Katie Beach. Whoops. Because unconditional love is a kind of a new thing. We're not taught that. We're taught definitely conditional love. Definitely. You know, especially my generation, because I'm as old as a boomer. Ugh. Shut up, boomer. He's tapping on his phone. He's not even paying attention.
I'm ignoring you, actually.
Ignoring me?
That's right. Now get to work. Yeah,
I
done,
am done.
Well, I guess you riffing now. Let me see. I'm just doing a quick update. Let's see.
I'm glad you enjoyed the vibes. Those are just words, and two, I love you are just, it's just words. when the intention behind them is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, I can take one or two more if you want to donate $10 minimum. Otherwise, I'm out. What do you think, guys? Thank you, Boo. Any questions about tarot or spiritual awakening? What is it, Erica? I'm not going to use the cards. Gypsy Laura Acapello. Your spirit is always talking to you. Your spirit is you. It's you. You feel like you're being called to get really healthy. If it's something I can't shake, it's probably something I should. Yeah, you know what? If your spirit, if your body wants to get healthy, do it. See what happens. Maybe it'll make you feel better. There's nothing wrong with chocolate. Just eat.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. Once you become aware of your spirit, once you became. Oh, ew, honey. Oh my goodness. Eat better chocolate. Once you become aware of your spirit and that it is you, it's gonna start becoming clearer, becoming louder, becoming more present, more real. Don't cut out chocolate. Just, cut down a little bit or get a better kind. Dark chocolate's fucking good for you. It's the milk chocolate with the wafer stuff. The wafer stuff is bad.
Both good.
But, I mean, I eat chocolate. Okay, not all the time. You know what I do eat all the time? Macaroni and cheese, and I lost 70 pounds. You made some drastic changes and went to a meditation. It's talking to you, like giving you support. Oh, that's not your spirit, baby. That's your guides. Once your spirit gives your guides permission to talk to you all the time, they never shut up. It's cool. But their advice is almost always right on, because it has to be cleared by your higher self, by your spirit first. They are under strict orders. Maybe everything in moderation. I don't know. Like I wouldn't put certain drugs in there. Jessica, my mother was like that. My mother lived on chocolate and butter. And she was so teeny, like totally teeny. I don't know if it's scary to have your guides talk to you. It never scared me. Drugs are bad, kids, okay? Hey, K Billy. Let me see. It gives you your guide gives you messages to tell other people. You're being trained to be a psychic. Oh, it's not scary at all. Although it can be uncomfortable. If it's uncomfortable for your guides to talk to you, ask them to do it a different way. At first, I was open completely. I was like, do it. I want to hear, I want to see, I want everything. And it was so overwhelming. I couldn't take it. So I said, okay, I don't want to hear anything. I can see a little bit. Just put the information in my head. And that's how we do it now. Done with the dope, don't tell you. Jessica, you're awesome. I eat a lot of packaged bullshit too, but also I eat a lot of good stuff, a lot of fresh fruit and cheese and stuff like that. Okay, so there are no more tipped readings coming in, so I guess I'm going to call it a night. And is that right?
Yeah, I'm not good. I don't have anything else.
Okay.
I've just refreshed there, and I just refreshed on PayPal.
Well, let me do it because maybe you pushed refresh wrong.
Whatever. I'm old and technologically challenged.
You know what? For an old technically challenged chef,
Yeah.
you did okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cash App is closed. And PayPal is closed. That's it, babes. The list is closed. We are shutting it down. I'm so glad everybody came tonight, though. This was so nice.
Chilling.
Yeah, it was nice and chill. I really needed this relaxed thing because, he's not my boyfriend anymore. He is not my boyfriend anymore. My heart's broke, but it feels good. It doesn't feel good to have my heart broke. It just feels good to say, I'm done. Okay. I love you guys. And I'll see you this weekend. Bye, 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 bye. I love you all.